And then I thought, like, this is good to go. This is on the album. This is fine. Don't need anything more on that. Perfect. Sent that one to, sent it to Brian Eno.
Sounds a bit like him, does it? That's what I was thinking then. It's quite
I don't think he's ever done anything quite that tasteless.
We've got an exciting festive announcement. The Ultimate Studio Giveaway has returned. One winner will walk away with an incredible prize list. For more details and to be in with a chance to win the bundle, all you have to do is head over to the Take Notes Patreon page at patreon.com/Take Notes, sign up for free, and comment who you'd like to see on the podcast on the top pinned post. The competition will remain open until the 7th of January, at which point a winner will be drawn. Good luck.
That's one of my favourites on the record, actually, the way it ended up. But it began as an advertising jingle, and it was lots of VSTs that I was just noodling around with on Logic. And I think, what was it? I think it's like a Sonic Couture. I think it's a brand of VST, or maybe it's Native Instruments. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a pretty good guitar VST that I've got. And so I was doing these fast Pharrell type flourishes.
It's 8.
Oh no, you'll hear them kick in. So this was one of the first attempts I made at finding a lyric for these guitar bits that I was recording with this VST.
All my teenage dreams come true. It's wine in the morning, breakfast at night, party every day, and it's alright. Yes. Party guy, party guy, party guy. I'm a party guy.
So I liked all the kind of mad percussive loops. That's a Logic loop there. I was thinking, I quite like this. Like it's ugly and annoying, but I do like that space a little bit. And I was thinking, what's the way to make that work? Is there a way to make that work? And then I thought, well, maybe a funny thing would be to go the other way with the lyrics and do something about my feelings, my sensitive feelings, but do a very blank vocal talking about how important my feelings are. And I ended up with this sort of area. This is the middle.
This song is all about my feelings. This song is all about my feelings. Ding dong, it's all about my feelings. Ding dong, it's all about my feelings. Sometimes when things go wrong, it feels so sad to me. Sad to me. But often later, things will improve, and I get nice feelings again. This song is all about my feelings.
So that's where that one ended up coming together. And then I thought, like, this is good to go. This is on the album. This is fine. Don't need anything more on that. Perfect. Sent that one to, sent it to Brian Eno. I've told many times in the course of doing publicity for this record the story about my sending my demo for Pizza Time to Johnny Greenwood and him giving me a good but not ecstatic bit of feedback after a while. But Brian Eno, I heard back from quite quickly.
So you sent My Feelings to Brian
Yeah,
Eno.
that version that I just played.
Right.
Sent him that. And we'd been in touch about something else anyway. And I was thinking, yeah, send Brian Eno that.
Well, it sounds a bit like him, does it? That's what I was thinking then. It's quite
I don't think he's ever done anything quite that tasteless.
It reminds me a bit of that, the Strange Overtones.
Oh, yeah,
You know?
with David Byrne.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Strange Overtones is better. I
Yeah.
think. Anyway, heard back. He liked it.
Yep.
He said, this is great. And then we got into a chat about the importance of feelings in art. He recommended a book called Nervous States, How Feelings Took Over the World by William Davis. And so he related conceptually to it, I think. He didn't say much about the actual music, but he liked that I was singing about feelings. And I mean, I don't know how ironic I was being. I guess I was being quite ironic. I was just like, who cares about feelings? I'm fed up with my feelings, because I'm so often emotional and feel like I'm ruled by my feelings and talk about my feelings on the podcast and my feelings. I was like, fuck off my feelings. And so that's kind of what was in the song. And that's why the chorus is just like, this song is all about my feelings. I was imagining like a boy band. This song is all about my feelings. But then after a while, it just turns into gibberish, like, ding dong, it's all about my feelings. Ding dong, it's all about my feelings. So that's what it ended up as.
This episode is being supported by Tape It, the iPhone app made specifically for musicians. If you, like many of our guests, use voice memos, then switching to Tape It is an obvious choice. And now, Tape It has layering. This means you can record over your voice notes, try out top lines, stack harmonies, build up instruments, jam with yourself, and so much more. Layering is such an exciting addition to Tape It's long list of features to help you stay creative and organised, including the ability to record straight from your lock screen, set markers, add notes, and add photos of settings. You can easily import your old voice notes, sync to the cloud, and create shared playlists with co-writers and bandmates. So, head to the link below to install Tape It and use the promo code TAPENOTES to receive a whopping 20% off Tape It Pro. And now, back to the episode.
To me, it just seemed like this song, Feelings, could just be a much sort of sweeter. Again, and I think, again, it's maybe part of Adam being a comedian as well as a very talented musician, is that like there has to be a sort of an angle, like a comedic angle to it, like doing a deadpan song about feelings. But then it's like, well, why don't you just do a more feelingful song about feelings, And so that was what I thought we could try. And again, like this and Dancing in the Middle, they were just other ways of doing it. They weren't necessarily like, this is how it has to be. So I think with this one, I just did again, like started with a more free and easy guitar, not so Pharrell. Like just half time. And I think to begin with, you did try and do it like with the kind of Murphy, like feelings are like deadpan singing. We just picked out another melody instead.
My feelings are important, my feelings are the best. Sometimes I feel happy, sometimes I'm depressed. I love my feelings.
But I did get to double track it.
You did, yeah. You did. And I just played played drums badly. I mean, not badly, but recorded them pretty basically, like just two microphones.
It was great. As I remember it, most of the backing track came together in a day or afternoon.
Yeah,
and it was really fun to watch you playing. I mean, that was my fantasy. The thing I didn't get from working with you, which I wanted to get, was much more technical production tips, because you were just too fast. So you just moved very quickly. We didn't kind of dwell for ages on any one thing. As soon as we'd done a couple of things, or if we hit a wall for a little bit, it would be like, okay, let's do another thing. And that's exactly the opposite way that I work. I was imagining we would be there for hours and hours. I'd be looking over Joe's shoulder and I'd be going, what's that button you're pressing? How do you do that? Oh, I've never known that you could do that before. But there was none of that, really. It was all too quick in a good way.
The nice thing I was going to say about this is that, and it kind of, as the album progressed, is that Adam started getting his children to do things. Mm-hmm. And I'd put in like this kind of VST flute sample, and of course Nat plays the flute.
Yes,
he's a very good flautist, and so did you recorded this yourself as well? Didn't you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Recorded this in my nutty room.
Listen to that.
Sometimes when
he got all nervous when we recorded it.
I bet.
He was like, "Oh, what you need? I was like, he started trying to do weird Ron Burgundy flourishes. And I was like, no, you just need to do it really, really straight. I felt like I picked up some good production tips and working methodologies from hanging out with Joe, and maybe got over some of my bad habits as far as turd polishing goes.
And did he make up that part on the spot, or did you have that part worked out for him?
It was sort of already done. I think he kind of played. It's different to how the original little demo idea was, but it's a variation of what was there, I believe.
I think maybe you came up with that part.
Yeah, but I think his is ever so slightly different. But
Yeah.
it's in the same world, yeah. But I think and again, I think with the song was about feelings, and it was very devoid of feelings, and it ended up being quite sentimental in a way, and in the same way that Pizza Time is a sort of a sentimental song. Like to me that's like there can never really be anything more interesting than a sentimental song that is sentimental. But you know what I mean? That does those things.
Yeah.
Like sort of turning on its head can be curious, but I don't think it can ever maybe be as affecting or like as nice as just something being what it is in a way.